So I've posted the model which we will be doing in the chat. I want all of you to follow with me, open Fusion and do it with me. Guys, shall we start or wait few more minutes? Does anyone else have a problem with Fusion? So, okay, guys, we'll be starting. So, open Fusion. So, we are gonna do. I hope everyone can see the picture which I've shared in the chat.
Yes.
Okay. So, we will be doing this model. And as you can see, the top one is the front view. So, we will be sketching out this one first. Open Fusion, create a sketch in the front view, select the front view. And then just observe the picture for some time so that you guys can have an idea where to start with. So according to me, it's easier to start with this part and taking this as the center of the plane, which is the center of these circles too. So this line continues still here, and this is the center. Let's assume it to be the center, and this distance is 280. As this whole distance is 480 given, this line distance is 280, and the circle center is also there. So first, go to Fusion and mark a point on this horizontal line from the center. Mark a random point and measure the dimension to be 280. Every dimension is in mm. So put a point at a distance of 280. Then we will be drawing this 350 line from the point which we have marked. So draw a line from there, 350. Give the dimension 350. Guys, are you following? Uh, please ask if any doubts.
Could you repeat what you just did?
Yeah. So we will be taking this point as the center, which will make it easier. This point is also the center of these circles. And this whole distance is 480. So from this point till here, the distance is 280. It's given here. So just mark a random point on the horizontal line and dimension the distance from the center to this point as 280. And from that point, we will be drawing a line, horizontal line of 350 Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay. And then this circle is at a height of 600 from this horizontal line. So we'll be drawing a straight line 600 for the center of the circle. Carefully give the dimension as 600. And using the center diameter circle, we'll be drawing a circle. So the inner circle's diameter is 400 and the outer circle is 300. So draw two concentric circles of diameter 400 and 600. And then from the line on horizontal line on the center, there's a vertical line downwards as I'm pointing. So we'll be drawing this line now. Just check it carefully. It should be on the edge of the circle as I'm showing, and get it completely down. And then this line goes from here, this point of the circle, vertically, sorry, horizontally. So from this point, draw a line. Trim these excess parts of the circle. Guys, I hope everyone is following. Please ask if any doubts. Then using fillet, we will be rounding this edge. The given radius is 125. So using fillet from modify, we'll be doing that. Give the dimension 125. And now we will be marking this point. This point is 200 away from the center. So total this part is of 480. This is 280 and this is 200. Now we'll mark the 200 point. From create, go to point and mark it horizontally. Give the dimension 200. Yeah. So the clear length of this line is not mentioned, and as you can see, it's just beyond this line. Just extend this line backward. Yeah. Guys, please ask if any doubt. I hope everyone is following with me.
Ma'am, can you explain the fillet option
Yeah.
again?
So once we have the lines like this, we need to curve this part as given in the picture. So just use the fillet option from modify. Just click it here and give the dimension as 125.
Okay, ma'am. Thanks.
Yeah. And this exact dimension is not given, so let's assume it to be 150 mm height. This and this. Just draw a vertical line of 150. Then horizontal line of 480. And again 150 down. So coming to this part, now we'll be drawing this horizontal line.
And what are the radius of the two circles?
It's given in the image. You can see 400 is one circle's diameter and 600 is other.
So it's the radius or the diameter?
It's diameter. So when the symbol is phi, it's diameter. When r is mentioned, it's radius.
Oh, fine.
So now we'll be doing this part. Draw a horizontal line from this point, which we have mentioned. Just go random distance. And now we'll be drawing this 600 mm line vertically. And now from the picture we can see, so distance between this point and the 600 mm vertical line will be 120 plus 250 plus 450, which is 820. So from this point to this line, it should be 820 mm. So using dimension, we'll be giving the distance between this point and the line to be 820. So like this, use dimension and give the distance 820. Now this horizontal line will be of distance 450 plus 250, which is 700. So from this point, draw a horizontal line of 700 mm. And then we can join this point to this point. Now as it's given the distance between these 2 points is 120. Using dimension, we'll check the distance between these 2 points. It should automatically come being 120. Yeah, so it's 120. Guys, is everyone done till here? In case of any doubts, please ask.
Once, can you please repeat that 820 dimension?
Okay. So the distance between this point and this 600 mm line must be 820. As you can see in the figure, this point and this line, 120 plus 250 plus 450, it's a total of 820. So go to create a sketch dimension and check the dimension from this point to the line and give 820. Is it okay? Yeah. So now coming to this part, going to the top of the circle, there's a horizontal line of 350 mm. So from exactly the top of circle, draw a line of 350. Then it must be 200 down. So now from this point, a line of 200 mm. And from this point, there's another 350 mm line. So from here, again 350. And this line is 100 downwards. So the exact angle here is not given. So just draw from this point, join this line to the circle at any random angle closer to the figure. So from here, join this line to the circle like that. So we need to extend this line till the circle. So go to modify, extend, just extend this line till the circle. So our basic front view sketch is done. I hope everyone has done it till here. Yeah, I forgot. There's also a line here at 250 mm. So from this point, mark a point 250 on this horizontal line and draw a vertical line from there. So we'll mark a point here. Give the dimension to be 250 from here. And from there, we'll draw a vertical line till this space. Yeah. So our front view sketch is done. We will be extruding this now. After the sketch is
Is
done.
there any angle that we have deferred that 100 distance in the left?
No. There's no angle, just go similar to the picture.
Okay, it's just a random.
Yeah. So after the sketch is done, just click finish sketch. So the entire sketch should look like this. So now we will be extruding this.
Ma'am, can you please wait for like 2 minutes?
I can't hear you properly. Could you repeat? Guys, so everyone is done till here. So you can always edit the sketch by going back. If you have done any mistake, you can change the dimension. So any more doubts in the front view sketch? Shall I move on to the next step?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now after the sketch is done, click finish sketch and we need to extrude it. So for easier sake, we'll be extruding it as we drew the sketch on the center line. We will be extruding it both sides symmetrically. So this part needs to be extruded for a distance of 200, as you can see here. So just select extrude and select this part of in the direction, give symmetric and a distance of 100 on both sides so that it will be 200 together. and click OK. So this part is extruded. And now for the rest, select the other part. Now this part needs to be extruded for 320, except this, everything else is extruded for 480 mm. So except that 320 part, select the other part and extrude it symmetrically for 240 mm on each side. So it will be 480 in the total, and give the operation join. And now you can select this small part and extrude it symmetrically for a distance of 160 on both sides and give join. So it should come out to be like this. I hope everyone is done till here. Any doubts in the extruding part? Okay. So after this extrusion, we need to fillet here at these edges, and the radius is given as 25. So go to this, select fillet in the modified, and select the edges all together. So select all these 4 edges and give the dimension as 25. So all 4 edges would get fillet like this. Okay. So now for this part, we need to create another sketch in the top view and extrude it upward for this part. So create new sketch in the top view. Just hide the body for easiness. And now we need to create this part. So we took the center as this 280 line, like the line which is joining these two endpoints. So from this center, again similarly, go 280 this side and 200 this side. So this height would be, this is 200 and here it's half of 480, so 240. 200 plus 240, it's 440. So draw a vertical line of 440. Guys, in case of any doubts, please do ask. So after this 440 line, here draw a line of 280. And again from this endpoint, it would be a line of 240. So draw a line of 240 from this endpoint and join these two. So it will be something like this. Now we need to draw this circle. If you clearly see, this circle is on the line which is joining this midpoint. So this is 280 and the center is in the same line as the midpoint. So the center will be a distance of 140 from this line and it will be 100 from this line. The 100 is half of 200. So It will be 100 from this line and 140 from this line. And the diameter of circle is 75. So take center diameter circle, draw a circle randomly of 75 diameter. Then you can give dimensions. So from this center to this line, the dimension is 140. And the center to that line should be 100. So this is half of what we require. After that is done, we will be selecting everything and mirror. So take mirror option, select everything. Now go to the mirror line and select this horizontal line and click OK. So we got this thing. Anyone has a doubt in this part, please ask. At the end, it should look something like this. So everyone is done with this part, right? Okay. So now unhide this body. And now we need to extrude this part. So click extrude. Do not select these circles because there are holes. So you can see when there's a dotted line in the image, they are holes and need not be extruded. So except this circle, select the rest part and extrude it. Give the type, extend type as to object and select this surface of the object. So till there it will be extruded. And give the operation join. Okay. So it's extruded till the surface here. Anyone has a doubt in this part can ask. No, this is not an assignment. For today, we will be doing 2 basic models and the assignment will be given after the session. That you will be doing on your own and submit. So is everyone done till here? Okay. So after this, there's a hole here on the top. So for that, we will be creating a new sketch here on this surface. And the diameter of this hole is also 75. So create a circle with this point as center of diameter 75. Since it's a hole, we will be using the extrude option and cut it. So select extrude, select the hole and move the arrow downwards so that the operation comes to cut. Move the arrow downwards, operation will be cut and click OK. So now we got a hole here. So after the hole there, we will be need to create a hole here also on this surface. So go to create sketch and create a sketch on this surface. So here there are 2 circles. So one is of diameter 360 and other is of diameter 240. So create these 2 circles on this surface. So one of 360 and other circle is 240. So the circle with the 240 as diameter is a complete hole. We will be cutting it using the extrude till the bottom. And the circle with 360 is not a complete hole. So click finish sketch, go to extrude and select the circle with diameter 240. Drag the arrow completely downwards so that it will become a complete hole. Give the operation cut and click OK. So it will be a complete hole here. Now coming to the circle with 360 as diameter, the exact dimension is not given, so we'll just extrude it 20 downwards. So go to extrude, select this circle and give -20 so that it will get cut. And yeah, so we are done. The final model will be something like this. Anyone has a doubt anywhere can ask. I hope everyone is done. So we can also change the appearance of our model. Go to modify and click appearance. Okay, guys, something is wrong with my appearance. So it's not opening. Yeah, okay. So once you get the appearance, you can select whatever you want. So we will be having concrete, fabric, glass, metal, everything. So for today, we'll go for paint and you can do whatever color you like. I'll go for yellow. Download it. So after it's downloaded, just drag it and go till the object and it will get colored. So this is how you can change the appearance. I hope everyone is clear. In case of any doubts, please do ask. Your final model should look something like this. So which file? The Fusion file or okay. So we can download this file by going to first save it. So first we need to save it. After saving it, you can go to this option, which is file, and you'll have an export option. And click export. It will get downloaded to your system. Okay. Guys, in case of any doubts, please ask. Or else we'll go to the next model. I hope everyone followed with me. So shall we move to the next one? Okay. So next model will be explained by Deeksha. So she'll take over from now. I have sent the model photo in chat. So okay, guys. So the file type we'll be using is STL file for 3D printer in common. I hope you guys received it on chat. So we'll be modeling this for the next one now. Okay. I hope you can see my screen. So,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. So if you look into the model, uh, the shaded part which is here basically tells that that is filled. So it's a solid part, and whatever is not shaded is a hole. So this is the 3D model, and these are the sketches. So this is the top sketch. This is how the top view looks, and this is a side view, and this is a cross-sectional view. So if you cut the model in between, let's say in the middle of this, then this is how your 2D sketch looks like. So using these three sketches, we'll be able to model this 3D model. So we'll do that. So we'll start with modeling using the top sketch. So so we'll create a sketch in the top view. So go to create sketch, click on the top plane. And so if we see the top sketch, it basically has a cubical surface with it has a square which is cut at the edges. So first we'll model that. So go to create center rectangle, and first we'll draw the square which is having dimension of 120 by 120. So type in the dimensions, and then we'll draw the cut edges. So the dimensions of the cut edges are also given. So if you see here, it's 15, and this is also 15 because the angle is 45 degrees. So we'll draw that. So go to line and select any one edge and draw a line of 15, and then you can again go to line and draw a line at an angle of 45. So how you can adjust the angle by clicking on tab. So if you click on tab, it will help you to modify the angle. So type the angle as 45 and extend it up to this edge. After doing that, click enter. So you can see this drawn. Then what we'll do, instead of doing this on every edge, you can as well mirror it. So for mirroring, you need a mirror line. So what we'll do, we'll draw a line, a horizontal line and a vertical line from the center. Then go to mirror and click on this diagonal edge and select the mirror line. So first we'll mirror it, say, across the horizontal line. So if you click on this line and select OK, you can see the line edge is mirrored here. Then we'll mirror both these edges to the other side. So again, go to mirror and select your mirror object, which is going to be this edge and this edge, and it should be mirrored across this vertical line. So go select mirror line and click on vertical line and click OK. So now we have got these 4 edges. Now what we can do, we can trim these unwanted parts. So what we can do, go to modify and click on trim, or you can use the shortcut T. Then you can click on the unwanted parts, which is all these edges. Once that is done, just click escape. If you want to, if you want to come out of any command, just click on escape. Okay, so that part is done. Any doubts till now? You can ask me. Is everything clear? Okay, then we'll continue. So then we have to model the holes. So if you see in the top
Ma'am?
view, there are, yeah.
Ma'am, here, how did you cut the edges? Like you have marked 15 mm line and took 45 degrees.
Yeah, so basically I drew a 15 mm line, which is you can see here, from one
Yeah.
of the vertex, and I drew a line at 45 degrees such that it cuts the other edge. And then I wanted to remove the unwanted parts like these edges. So what I did, I went to modify trim, and if you click on modify trim, it will help you. So if you click on any unwanted edge, it will show, it will change the color to purple. So if you click on that, the edge will basically get cut like this. Say something
Yeah.
like this.
Okay. Understood. Thank you.
Okay, then we'll model the holes. So if you see the top view, the center of each of the 4 holes is at diameter they've given. So phi is basically the diameter. So it's a diameter of 115. So what we can do, we can draw a circle whose diameter is 115. So go to circle, go to the center of the square and draw a circle of diameter 115. Then, so each of the holes are at basically at the center. So at an angle of 45 degree, which is, if you see this blue line, this is basically a line at an angle of 45. So the intersection of the blue line and the circle is where the center of the hole lies. So what you can do, again go to circle, click on this part, which is the intersection of the 45 degree line and the diameter, a circle of diameter 115. And with that as the center, draw a circle, and the diameter of the hole is 16. So draw a circle of diameter 16. So this is how you get it. Now you can do that on every side, or else what you can do is we can use the option called as circular pattern. So circular pattern is basically, it helps you to, if you have to pattern the same thing, it will help you to pattern it along the circle as we mentioned in the last class. So go to circular pattern and it will ask you for the object which you want to circulate. So click on this circle and it will ask you for the center point. So this will be your center point. And it will ask you for the quantity. So since we have 4 holes, write the quantity as 4 and click OK. So now we have 4 holes, and so yeah, okay. So that is done. Now what we can do is we'll finish our sketch. This is our main sketch for now. So finish your sketch, and we'll extrude this. So to figure out how much you have to extrude it by, you can go to the side view, which is your second sketch, which is the sketch. So in this sketch, if you see, they have given this
distance as 12. So this depth is 12 and the entire depth is 80. So if this depth will be 80 minus 12. So that will be 68. So we'll have to extrude that our top sketch by 68. So let's do that. So what all we'll have to extrude is everything apart from the holes. So select this, everything apart from the holes, and extrude it by 68. You can do it as minus 68 or plus 68, it doesn't matter. And click OK. So this part is done. Next we will there are many things to model. So next we'll go on to modeling the bottom surface. So if we see in this 3D model, this bottom surface has a circular extrusion. So we'll be modeling that part. So what we do, go to the bottom surface. So to select the bottom surface, you can use your you can use this part where if you use your mouse, or if you're not using a mouse, also use the cursor and move down to and click on the bottom part, and you go to create sketch and select your bottom plane. So now you will create a sketch there. So to figure out by the diameter of this hole, we can use the side sketch. So if you see in the side sketch, they have given the total diameter as 80. So what we'll do, draw a circle of diameter 80. You can use circle command either by pressing C or going to circle here and draw a diameter of 80. And then you can finish. You have to draw another circle because there is a hole here. And to figure out the distance of, the diameter of this hole, we'll use this sketch, which is the cross-sectional sketch. So in the cross-sectional sketch, they have given you, so as I mentioned earlier, the part which is not shaded is a hole. So in this part, here they've given the diameter as 32. So 32 is basically the diameter of this hole. So we'll do that. We'll draw another circle of diameter 32. And once we are done with this, finish sketch. So what we can do next is, so since the 32 part is a hole, we'll leave it for now, we'll leave it and we'll only extrude this part. So what we can do, and to figure out by how much we have to extrude this, again use the side sketch. As I mentioned earlier, this is 12. So the depth is given as 12. So we'll be extruding that circle by 12. So select your part which you're extruding and click on extrude and push it downwards. Second. Yeah, by 12. So put your distance here as 12 and click OK. So now we have done the bottom part, and now we'll have to model the top part. So if we see this figure, we can see there's another extrusion here on the top part. This is basically another a small extrusion, a circular extrusion. So we'll model that first. So to figure out by the dimensions, we'll have to see our top sketch, and we'll have to use both our top sketch and our side sketch. So if we see the cross-sectional sketch, we see that they've given this diameter as 65. So this part is basically this hole here. So the inner diameter is 65. And they have given you your thickness in the top sketch as 6. So the diameter of the outer part, which is this part, will be 65 plus plus 12 because this thickness is only one side. So we'll have to consider on both sides. So it will be 65 plus 12, that will be 77. So your inner diameter is 65, outer diameter is 77. So you can draw a circle of the required dimensions. So go to your top plane, click on the top plane, go to create sketch and draw two circles, one of diameter 77 and another of diameter 65. Once you're done that, click on finish sketch, and to figure out by how much you have to extrude it, we can use your side sketch. So in our side sketch, you can figure out that this thickness is 4. So we'll have to extrude it by 4. So again, click on extrude, click on your plane and extrude it by 4. Once you extrude it by 4, click OK. Okay. Any doubts till now? Or are you guys clear? You can ask. Or else we'll continue. Okay, we'll continue then. Okay, after this is done, now if you see in your sketch figure, there is a small cut here, like this part, this cut. So we'll be modeling that cut part now. But before modeling the cut part, we'll finish our inner extrusions. So if this hole here, we'll first do this hole and we'll finish this hole and then we'll go to the cut part. So to do that hole and to figure out by the depth through which you have to cut the hole, we can use our cross-sectional sketch. So in the cross-sectional sketch, they have given that this depth is 25. So our hole is going to be of by a depth of 25. So we'll first do that. Click on your this is going to be the hole. So click on this, click on extrude and extrude it by minus 25. Okay. Now this hole is done and this hole is remaining. So we'll have to make this as a complete hole because if you see in the figure, this hole of diameter 32 is a complete hole. So what we do, same thing. So click on your circle, which is a hole, and extrude it again completely until it completely cuts the object. So that could be of any dimensions. As long as it's cutting the full object, it doesn't matter. Then after it's done, just click OK. So as of now, we are done with this part. Now we will model the cut, which is this part. Any doubts till now? Are you guys able to follow? Okay, fine. So if we see the cut part, there is a diagonal cut. So if you observe carefully, we can draw the sketch in any plane, and then we'll be extruding it as a cut. So what we'll do is this distance is given as 18, and this total angle is 60, and it's a complete cut. Like it, and the depth is given as 8. So basic common sense tells us that if this total angle is 60, then each diagonal with the vertical is going to be 30. So what we'll do, you can go to your object, click on any plane. For now, let me click on this plane. Then go to create sketch. So the cut start, it is symmetrical about the center if you see. So since this total distance is 18, one side will be, so we'll basically model one side and we will basically mirror it. So let's do that. Go to line and draw a line of 9 on each side, because if total distance is 18, so 9 will be on one side, and this should be at a depth of 8. So basically draw a vertical line from the center of depth 8, and from here draw a line of 9 distance. All right. Okay, and then now we have to draw the diagonal part. So for that, the angle is going to be 30 degrees and it's going to be a complete cut. So it doesn't matter. But so if you see, it cuts through this surface as well as the top extrusion, circular extrusion. So we will draw a line at an angle. So for changing the angle, click on tab, and angle will be 90 plus 30, which is 120. And now we'll mirror these two. So go to mirror, select the two objects which we have to mirror, and select the mirror line, which will be about this vertical line. And click OK. Now we'll finish this into a closed figure. So we'll just join these two
Ma'am,
lines.
can you explain that once?
Sorry?
Can you explain that once more? That cross section cut, that angle 60 degree, that thing.
Okay. So if you see, observe in this cross-sectional part, this total angle is 60, right? So the angle of each diagonal part with the vertical will be 30 each. So 30 and 30. Because if you extend this line until it meets the vertical, that angle is going to be 30. Okay. So we'll basically draw one side and mirror it. So each diagonal making an angle with the vertical is 30 degrees. So we draw a line at an angle of 30 from a depth of 8, because here 8 is the depth. So from the top surface we draw so if you see, here we have drawn it at 8, and from 8 we are drawing a line of length 9, because this distance is 18. So each side will be 9. And then we are making it as, since it is cutting through this surface and the bottom, like this side plane and the top circular extrusion, we are making it a complete cut. So it doesn't matter like till where you do it, but it should cut through both this circular extrusion and this surface. So we drew it like this, and after drawing one side, I just mirrored it on the other side. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, once you draw this, just go to finish sketch, and so if you see clearly, the depth of 8 is from your top circular extrusion and not from your surface, like not from this line. It's from the top line. So but what we drew was from this line, so we'll have to change that. We'll have to make it from the top line. So we knew that this top extrusion has a depth of 4, right? So this, go back to your sketch, and we'll have to offset this and this by 4 to the top. That's it. So go to modify, go to offset, select the two, or you can offset one side and mirror it also. So just and offset it by -4. Okay. And you can even use the extend command if it's not completely cutting. So go to modify, extend, click on this part. It will extend up to this line. So once this is done, so we are going to, so this part is not needed. So you can trim that part off. So go to modify, trim, and select this part which is not needed. Okay, now we are ready to extrude. So finish your sketch and now click on extrude and select your surfaces which you're going to cut. So this extrusion operation is going to be a cut operation. And extrude it completely until it completely cuts the body. And after that is done, click OK. So we have got an extrusion. Is this clear till now? Or any more doubts?
Ma'am, there when we did the offset of -4 mm,
Yeah.
how did you change the length of the line?
So basically when you okay, we'll go to that sketch. So if suppose I want to offset this line, right? I can go to modify, offset, select this line. And now it's been a complete figure. Okay, I'll show for this. So you're basically asking how I change the length of the line, right?
Yes, ma'am, because we have changed the offset, so distance between.
Okay, so to change the length of the line, you have to go to modify and extend.
Okay.
And click on your end surface. See, if I wanted to extend this line, if I click on the line, it will show me. So if I come towards this line, it will show me if I want to extend it by this length.
Understood.
And okay. Okay, then. So till now, this is done. So now if you see on the sketch, we have this U-shaped figure left. So to do that, what we'll have to do, so if you observe our sketches clearly, we'll be using our all the three sketches. So with the help of all the three sketches, we'll be making this U shape. So if you see the depth of the U shape from where it starts, the cut starts, they've given in from our cross-sectional sketch, you will figure out that the depth is 8 here. And so basically the U cut starts from a depth of, so inside 8, inside the body, the cut starts. And its length we'll have to figure out using the side sketch. So if you see our side sketch, this total distance is given as 80. So this distance we knew, this distance is given as 40. So our this length is 80 minus 40, which is 40. Right? So this length we'll have to figure out. So we know this circle's diameter is given using this, which is 36. So the radius of the circle will be 36 by 2, which is 18. Right? So if this full length is 40 and the radius of this circle is 18, so this length will be 40 minus 18, which is going to be 22. Okay. So we'll have to draw a line till of 22 length, and then we'll be drawing the semicircle whose radius is 18, and will complete this sketch. But this sketch will happen inside at a depth of 8 inside the body. So, okay, we'll do that. So since we need to, this we'll have to do it at a depth of 8, we'll have to construct a plane which is inside the body at 8 from the outer face. So as we explained it in the last class, the use of offset planes. So basically you can offset a plane, and now we'll that will be helpful in this part. So what you do, click on the any of the 4 sides. For now, let's say I'll preferably the side which is not having this cut. Then you go to construct and go to offset plane. So now it'll ask you to offset, but we want it to offset inside. So we'll have a negative offset, and the value is going to be 8 because the cut starts at 8. So you can type -8, and once you do that, just click OK. Is it clear till now? Or if you guys have any doubt, you can ask. Okay, then we'll continue. So once you get the offset plane, now we'll be creating a sketch on the offset plane. So go click on your offset plane and click on create sketch. Now we'll be drawing this shape, which is your semicircular shape with extensions. So as we calculated earlier, this length was 22. So, and this distance from the center, this distance is going to be 36 by 2 because this whole distance is 36. So, considering all that, draw a line from the middle point at a distance of 80 because we are drawing it at 36 by 2. And now from that point, you'll draw another line whose distance is going to be 22 as we calculated earlier. And then we are going to, you can draw a line back here at a distance, a horizontal line of length 8. Sorry?
I didn't get that offset plane thing.
Okay, offset plane. Okay, one second. Okay, now if you want to create a offset plane to any plane, first you'll have to select that plane. So for now, I want a offset plane which is offsetted to, which is going to be parallel to this plane at a distance. So first I click on this plane, then go to construct, and your first option which says offset plane, click on that. And we want it inside. So offset it inside, and here it will ask you for the distance. So if you see in your sketch, this distance is 8. So we want a plane because we want to draw a figure in a plane which is at a distance of 8 from the outer face. We'll offset this plane by 8. And once this is done, just click OK. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, then we'll draw our sketch. So to draw the sketch in the offset plane, again go to create sketch and select your offset plane. Once you do that, we'll start drawing the same thing. So draw a line from the center of the top point of distance 18. Then draw another line from there down of distance 22. And draw another line back of distance 18 so that it reaches the midpoint at a depth of 22 basically, because this is going to be at the center of our semicircle. And the dimensions of our semicircle from your figure to figure out that it's going to be 36, the diameter. So draw use a circle, go to circle, and the center point of the circle will be on the middle line at a depth of 22. Select that point, and your dimension, you write the diameter as 36. Once that is done, you can mirror this line and this line. So what you can do, click on mirror and select these two lines. Your mirror line is going to be your center line. So for that, you'll have to draw a center line. So just go to line and draw a middle center line. Then go to mirror, select the two lines, select your center line and click OK. So now if you see, we have mirrored these two lines. But what we need is, we only need this part of the circle. We don't need this part. So what you can do, you can extend this line up to the end of the circle. So go to modify, extend, select your line and click extend. So this will extend up to here. Then you can trim out the top part. So again, go to modify, trim, then select the two arcs which are not needed and click OK. So if you want to get out of the function, just click escape. So now we have our sketch ready, and this is ready for extrusion. So if we observe the angle, it's given in your top sketch that the angle of this extrusion is going to be 60 degrees, right? So what we drew is in the top sketch is basically this line, which is covered in this line. And now what we're going to extrude is going to be this part. So while extruding, there is an option to extrude at an angle. So if we mention the angle, it will be extruding at that angle. So I'll show you that. So since this angle is 60, we'll be using extrusion at an angle of 60. So finish your sketch. And now you can hide your body for a while. And now click on extrude and select your surfaces. Now again unhide your body. Just to hide or unhide, just click on this eye mark here and extrude. So if you see, this is a normal extrusion, but we want extrusion at an angle. So what you can do here, under extrude drop down menu, here you will find a taper angle option. So under taper angle, give your angle as 60. So that will extrude by an angle of 60. And the operation is going to be cut because we want a hole, and click OK. So now if we see, we have got our U shape as desired from the figure. If you see, this was what we needed. So we are almost done with this. Now the thing is, we'll need this U shape on every side and not only on one side. So if you wanted to, one thing you can do is you can create a offset plane on every side and do it, and again extrude it using taper angle, but that will be too much of work. But since we have our circular pattern option, we using that, we'll be just creating a pattern on all the sides, which is a much easier way of doing it. Any doubts till now? You can ask me. Okay. So to use our circular pattern option, go to create and go to pattern, and here select circular pattern. Here it will ask you object type, but we only want few faces to be patterned and not the entire body, right? So in object type, under the drop down, select faces. Once you select your faces, you will have to select which all face. So we want these 4 faces to be patterned on every side. So select your 4 faces, and your axis will be your Z axis, because about this line we want it to be patterned. So select your axis and select the number. So quantity should be 4, because on all the 4 sides there are pattern. So quantity should be 4. Just increase your quantity to 4. And once you do this, select OK. So we got a figure as we desired from this diagram. Now we can change the color of this. So to change the
Ma'am?
color, yeah, tell me.
Ma'am, while selecting this faces, I'm not able to select the axis of it.
So if you're not able to select the axis of it, completely go out, like scroll outside, and then you will be able to, your axis won't be hidden. It will be there. Try that.
Yeah, I got it. Thanks.
Okay. Once this is done, we can give color to this. So if you see our figure, it's greenish. So something which is similar to green. So go to modify and go to physical appearance and search for some color which is very similar to this color. So let's say this. So whichever color you want to give, drag and drop. So you get a hand symbol, drag it and put it on your body. So that is how you can. And in case you, yeah, so this is mainly how it looks. Or you can give it any other color, whichever you feel like. There are many options. So this is mainly what we did today. And if you want to just recap on how you did it, just go to your timeline, which is shown on the bottom, and click on this play option. So it will give you a basic view of what we did. Yeah, this is what we did today. Any other doubts till now? So since we modeled 2 models today, our assignment will also be on this 3D modeling. So I hope all of you have installed Fusion and are working side by side. If you have done that and if you have followed all the processes, I think assignment will be very easy for you guys. So we'll be sharing the assignment photo on chat, and we'll be creating a Google form where you will be submitting your assignments. So do it sincerely. It will help you guys.
No, guys, SolidWorks can't be used since everything we taught is on Fusion 360. Please try to use Fusion. and finish the assignment by the next class, which is day after tomorrow. So by next class, you need to submit the assignment.
And we have recorded this session also. So in case you guys have any doubts regarding how we model, you can revisit our recordings in case, or you, if you want, you can ask now. We have some time, so we'll clear doubts.
We have 7 sessions in total, and fill the Google form sent in chat for your attendance. In case of no other doubts, we'll end the meet now. Yeah, we downloaded the attendance list and also fill the Google form for attendance. Yeah, we'll put the assignment in chat in some time.
Okay, if you guys don't have any doubts, then we'll end the session soon today.